Hi, this video considers the infrastructure aspect of the political environment, and it's down here. We need to consider the government's policy approach to infrastructure. So what is infrastructure? These are the physical systems that enable the flow of people, goods and services, energy, water and information in an economy. Okay, so basically this is like people often describe it as like the veins of a country, the roads, the pipes that water and gas travel through, the wires that electricity goes through, broadband, really important. So it includes all of these sort of really important aspect of the economy. Transport too, have I got that? Yeah. So infrastructure is vitally important for the operation of the economy, and government investment in infrastructure provides opportunities and threats for businesses. So what is government policy? Well, government policy aims to modernise, update and improve infrastructure to enable the economy to operate efficiently. Obviously, if you've got great roads, ports, airports, access to broadband, electricity's right there, you don't have to provide your own generator, things like that. It's going to help the business operate much better. I mean, imagine that you're trying to set up a business and you go right out into the middle of the countryside, the middle of a desert or somewhere. You need to provide your own water, you need to generate your own electricity, you need to find some way of connecting to the internet. All of that is going to be time consuming and expensive. If the government has done it for you, you can get straight on with running your business and creating value for society. So the role of government is to audit and identify infrastructure requirements. So the government needs to work out what a country's infrastructure requirements are. They then need to either provide the funding themselves, or, as is more common now, they find funding for private sources for new infrastructure projects. So, for example, the Labour government in the late 90s, early 2000s started encouraging a lot of private companies to build schools. A lot of construction companies built schools. The schools paid them rent. The government didn't need to pay any money for the actual building of the schools. They do the same with roads, etc. And it meant that the funding came from the private sector rather than the taxpayer. But it's a role of government to build that infrastructure. Finally, once the infrastructure is up and running, it's the government's responsibility to monitor, regulate and maintain that infrastructure so that it continues to operate and continues to function efficiently. So, what opportunities and threats are there? Well, good infrastructure lowers the cost of production for business. I gave the example of if there was no infrastructure, well, how would that affect business costs? Well, it would increase them massively because suddenly you've got to do everything for yourself. It encourages the movement of people, so customers and employees. The better the infrastructure, the transport infrastructure particularly, is, we can get employees from out of our area, we can recruit better, customers might come further. It's going to help with our deliveries if we can get places very cheaply and quickly, which is going to increase efficiency. It improves access to information through things like broadband, and provides construction and maintenance opportunities. Remember, the government is looking to build and maintain this infrastructure, so there's loads of opportunities there for companies to get involved in that, particularly construction companies. Can try and build these roads, rail networks, etc. Not many threats related to infrastructure investment, but the only one that I can think of is that the investment might not be spread equally throughout the UK. So there's quite a lot of criticism that a lot of infrastructure investment is situated around London and the southeast of the UK, rather than in areas like across the north. of the country, the northeast, what it could probably do with better transport networks, etc. So threats there for businesses maybe in that area.